All right, so this is part two since part one cut out. I was just ending it on where we focus on the negatives and how they're trying to blame me slashing tires on a supposed mental illness, you feel me? And that's what all of this court ordered mental health evaluation and therapy that's causing this extra stress that's actually raising the blood pressure, right? That's what I was talking about and focusing on the negatives. So to continue on with that, it's like, okay, now you've got me doing all of these extra things to appease the people who harass me. That alone is just moronic to me. That's some neurotic shit. So I'm like, I'm supposed to suppress all of this, right? Don't focus on the negatives, focus on the positives. This is why I say phrases like philosophical dumb shit, right? They'll tell you, oh, you have to master your dark side, do your shadow work, you got to go through the dark night of the soul, right? How you gonna go through a dark night of the soul if you're ignoring the negatives? Don't you have to focus on the negatives and face the negatives in order to go through the dark night of the soul, right? In order to master your shadow, so they say, right? If I'm already late, why can't I just keep on focusing on the positives? But they keep trying to pull you to that. And then when they pull you to it, they go, no, we're gonna pull you to it. But if you don't agree with it, just forget about it. No, you already showed it to me. And I'm not gonna forget about it, right? And this is why when they tell you to focus on the positive and just ignore the negatives, don't do that dumb shit. Right? Do not do that, because then that removes your discernment. This is why in the Truman Show, right? We're gonna bring up the Truman Show since they won the MK Ultra gang stalking my shit. That's my situation, and it parallels that movie to the max, right? In the Truman Show, you got people who are doing the negatives. Boom, they're sitting there acting and participating, directly participating in the gaslighting of Truman. Then you got the people in the audience who are watching. They're looking at the negatives. They know what's going on, but they're doing nothing about it. That's what they want you to do at the very least. They either want you to participate, like the gang stalkers in Truman Show, who are sitting there participating in his gaslighting. His whole wife is fake, or that when you see the fakeness going on around you, even if you're not going to directly be fake, do it indirectly. Don't say nothing, even if you know. That's why they have all of this monkey talk where it's like, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. You feel me? Oh, even if you see the evil, don't say nothing about it. Don't look at it. Don't pretend like you didn't hear it. See, now you have to do this pretend thing. And every time I talk to the counselor, every time I go to one of the drug and alcohol meetings, even though I've only been to one, every time I talk to Paige, my therapist at the moment, I call it pretend therapy, pretend counseling. They haven't given me now one bit of instruction that can help me throughout my day or help me deal with this MK Ultra gang stalking thing. We don't even talk about it because if they try to gaslight me, it's just going to piss me off even more. Which I already know they're going to do. And my dumb ass is going to record it. And I already know the court's going to try to use that, even though it's going to address the crime that they're doing, the harassment they're doing. They're going to try to go, well, you recorded, and that's, I forget the name of the crime right now. It's not like in front of my head right now. But, oh, that wiretapping, that's what it would be. Oh, that's technically wiretapping and that's legal. How else am I supposed to prove it? They're already doing something illegal. I got to prove they're doing something illegal, right? If I try to do it the legal way, the legal system is against me already, right? That's the stressor enough to raise somebody's blood pressure, right? So now I'm doing this pretend therapy. I literally have to talk to Paige, and we gotta make shit up, right? We created a treatment plan for my time management skills. Okay, if I wanted to manage my time to the best of my abilities, I would just not go to therapy that I don't need, regardless of if it's court ordered or not, which I'm about to actually start doing, just not going to it, right? Only reason I go to it is because I think she's attractive. Counseling, I talked to Mr. James. I have no reason to talk to you, bro. Oh, I'm old, so I can school you on life, bro. You're sitting there talking about, oh yeah, 80% of your brain is just taking in misinformation. That means your brain is taking in misinformation too, and now you're trying to put that shit in my brain. I don't want it. Not every brain is taking in 80% of misinformation, unless the 80% of the world is just fake. And then if I see that 80% of the world is fake, doesn't that mean my brain flipped? And I'm taking in the 20% and I'm seeing the 80% that's actually fake? right? So mine is more accurate than yours at that point, unless you're playing along like this MK Ultra gang stalking thing or the Truman Show, right? So I'm like, what information are you gonna give me other than to conform to the system or try to fake maneuver around it? Like I've heard so many people say, "Oh yeah, I beat the system." What are they doing? Working for the system. Half of the counselors that are in Daybreak, Conference of Churches, all of these little establishments for homeless people, half of those are, all of them are part of the system. The system is paying you. Whether you're doing real estate or whatever, you don't own the land. They're just allowing you to make a commission off of selling a house on their land. So you work